Sister Wives star Kody Brown opens up about his decision to dig late son Garrison's grave himself. It means something to me. Hello, friends. I am Nia. Welcome to Sister Wives' new video. Those who loves Brown family, they don't forget to subscribe my channel. On Sunday's episode of Sister Wives, viewers watched as Kody Brown chose to dig his late son Garrison Brown's grave, claiming the act was something deeply emotional for him. As fans of Sister Wives know, Garrison, son of Kody and ex-wife Janelle Brown, died by suicide in March 2024. He was 25 years old. The Brown family explained on a recent episode that Garrison had been cremated and that his remains would be buried at a cemetery in Wyoming next to two of his grandparents, including Janelle's mom, Cheryl, whom Kody said had probably nurtured Garrison as much as any of us. While Garrison's final resting place was meaningful to the entire family, Kody said that being the one to dig Garrison's grave was something that meant a lot to him personally. Here's the thing, Kody explained on the episode. I talked to the sexton of the cemetery, and he's the one that would normally dig the graves. I just asked him for permission if I could dig it. It means something to me. I don't know why. It's something deeply emotional. Joining Kody at the gravesite were his brother Scott and brother-in-law Tim, whom Kody said were two of the men who nurtured Garrison into maturity. Kody explained that while the three men weren't digging a grave big enough for a coffin, he still wanted to make it a little bigger. I want the experience of doing some real effort here, Kody said, just trying to honor my son as best I can. I don't even know if it's honor or it's mourning. Kody also told viewers that while he had never dug a grave before, the fact that he was getting to do it for Garrison made it one of the most important things he had ever done. It's the last ode to my boy. As fans of Sister Wives know, Kody was estranged from Garrison at the time of his passing. Despite this, Janelle told viewers on Sunday's episode that she supported Kody wanting to be the one to dig their son's grave. You know, Kody contacted me about being the one who dug the grave, Janelle told viewers. I thought it was perfect. I think it's symbolic and poetic and all the things to have Kody dig that hole. The day after Kody and his brothers dug the grave, Garrison's extended plural family joined Kody and Janelle for a graveside service. Kody's wife, Robyn Brown, and their children, as well as Kody's other ex-wives, Christine Brown and Mary Brown, were present, in addition to Garrison's other siblings. Janelle stated that although she and Kody are no longer together, they put their differences aside for the special moment for their son. Janelle was the one who passed Garrison's ashes to Kody, who put them in the grave. She told cameras that in that moment, she and Kody were just parents, mourning their son together. During the funeral, the family removed their shoes so that they could feel better connected to the earth that would become Garrison's final resting spot. Kody explained that this act had no religious significance. The theme about taking off the shoes, it's not a Mormon thing. It's not a fundamentalist Mormon thing, Kody said. This funeral is not cookie cutter by any means. And that would be how Garrison would have won it. Some of Garrison's siblings gave speeches graveside to honor their brother, although Peyton's act was a bit controversial. After spilling beer over Garrison's urn, Peyton explained that he was pouring one out for his brother. He also placed his own military dog tags on the urn, which was custom built by Aspen Brown's husband, Mitch Thompson, to look like a Viking ship, and explained that he will keep Garrison's dog tags on him forever. Both Peyton and Garrison, as well as Kody and Janelle's son Hunter, have served in the military. I have yours, you have mine, Peyton told Garrison. Hunter added a hat to the grave and also spoke at the service, telling the crowd, Garrison was my playmate, he was my bunkmate for all of my life, he was my arch nemesis and my best friend and beloved brother. Garrison was my first commissioned officer, and this was my hat that I got my first salute from Garrison in. Kody Brown demands respect. For Robyn, our love is godly. Kody Brown has shown some signs of humanity over the past few Sister Wives episodes. Tragically, these qualities showed himself as the TLC personality mourned the loss of his son Garrison, who took his own life last March at the very young age of 25. No matter what we've ever said about the father of 17, our heart absolutely shatters for him and his family members. This Sunday, meanwhile, Kody will sit down opposite Sukanya Krishnan on the latest Sister Wives 101 special, and he'll come across once again like a pretty big jerk face. At one point in the interview, challenged over whether he showed favoritism to legal spouse Robyn during their plural marriage, Kody went off. Big time. You find higher love, and then everybody just slaps you down for it, Kody says in a clip posted by People magazine, adding in anger. I'll tell you what. There's a divine aspect about my relationship with Robyn, and we have been bitch slapped for it. There's a lot to unpack in that answer. We can't speak for certain on whether or not Robyn's marriage to Kody is blessed by God. No one out there really questioned their connection either. The pushback against Kody has been how he treated his other sister wives in comparison to this one. Christine, Mary, and Janelle all cited the discomfort they felt in their polygamous arrangement due to the way Kody showed such nonstop bias toward Robyn. Can anyone really blame them? Isn't this perhaps why plural marriage so rarely works out in the end for most of the participants? I love this woman and I want peace in this relationship, but I'm to the point where I'm walking around flipping two birds because I am so sick and tired of being guilted for loving Robyn. Kody will go on in this special. Sounds like the bitter guy we've been watching on TV for so long. Kody's marriages to Mary, Janelle, and Christine fell apart within a span of 14 months. The latter was the first to announce her separation in November 2021. Then in December 2022, Janelle confirmed she was leaving Kody and their plural marriage, with Mary following closely behind in January 2023. All three women seem much happier and better off these days. Over the course of their plural marriage, Kody's clear love for Robyn became a problem for the three remaining women. They were overlooked at all times. I'm human. I'm going to get jealous. He's human. He is going to not know how to deal with a woman's jealousy. Mary once told People magazine of how she felt about the Robyn of it all. As for Kody and his only remaining relationship, it's in good shape now, but that wasn't always the case. There were days unfair to Robyn that I thought about just walking away from our relationship. And that was just because I was so broken, I became self-destructive, Kody has said about dealing with his divorces. Looking ahead, meanwhile, I'm not interested in plural marriage anymore, Kody explained to the cameras. I don't want to pursue another woman because I don't want that headache, the questions, the struggles, the wonder about trust. I'm not in that space. Sister Wives, Kody gets huge sympathy surge after fans see this. Hey, Sister Wives fans, today we're going to talk about how Kody Brown managed to turn things around for himself in the latest episode. Many fans are feeling sympathy for Kody because he lost his son, Garrison. And this is a change as there was very little fan sympathy for Kody after other previous Garrison funeral episodes aired. Sister Wives, Kody Brown's private hell. So, as one Sister Wives fan put it, quote, despite Kody creating this himself, he is going through his own private hell. Fans are seeing the death of his son, Garrison, leaving Kody Brown as a father who is hurting. But fans also see that in addition to Garrison's death hurting him, they believe Kody's pain also comes from the loneliness he created for himself. And this loneliness is what also pulled at fans' heartstrings during Garrison's funeral scenes. But in some Sister Wives fans' comments, you can notice a shift happening. Of course, not with all the fans, but enough to see the needle is moving. During the latest Sister Wives episode, several scenes had fans feeling sorry for Kody. He buried his son, Garrison Brown's remains, and Kody did it literally with his own two hands. And it was the digging of the site for the interment of Garrison's ashes that was a sad sight for viewers. Kody had his brother Scott Brown and Scott's brother-in-law Tim there to help him. I will say that Kody overused the word pilgrimage. He used this word when explaining why he felt the need to do this for Garrison himself. Fans saw the repetitive use of the word pilgrimage. That, along with other things Kody did, seemed like a desperate attempt to feel close to Garrison after the fact, as it seems Kody and Garrison were still estranged at the time of his death. Sister Wives digging at the cemetery. While Kody wasn't digging at the site alone, he might as well have been as far as Sister Wives fan comments are concerned. Some think that instead of his brother Scott and brother-in-law Tim, Kody's other sons should have been there. We all know that Hunter, Logan, Gabrielle, and Peyton Brown were all close to Garrison. They grew up together and were more than brothers. They were also good friends. So why weren't they there with the Sister Wives patriarch? Did he not ask them to participate? It's hard to imagine. Had they been asked, they would have said no. This scene drew comments about it making Kody look worse because Scott and Tim alluded to the two men not spending much time with Garrison, at least not in the last several years. Sister Wives, Kody repeats nurturing and pilgrimage. Another word Kody kept repeating on this Sister Wives episode was nurture, as if these other men helped nurture Garrison into a man. That seems strange, right? But then Kody's comments seem to point to Tim and Scott mostly nurturing Kody more so than they did Garrison. So while Scott was Garrison's uncle, it sounded like they didn't interact too often as Garrison got older, particularly not in recent years. Once the burial plot was prepared for interment, Kody thanked Tim and Scott for coming and supporting him, but Kody added that he didn't need any help preparing the site for Garrison's ashes. Instead, this was his pilgrimage. Again, that word repeated in this Sister Wives episode. And in case you don't know what pilgrimage means, it does not define what Kody's doing in this episode. A pilgrimage is when you travel somewhere to a site of spiritual significance, like when a Catholic makes a pilgrimage to see the Vatican in Rome. In the case of Mormons, Latter-day Saints, they may make a pilgrimage to the big temple in Salt Lake City. For some reason, Kody Brown seemed to equate his labor of digging and working up a sweat as doing something for Garrison. Sister Wives fans thought Kody might see this as making up for not being there for Garrison in the past. Also generating some fan sympathy for Kody was him being ignored by most friends and family as they arrived at the cemetery. He just stood there all alone holding Garrison's urn. Sister Wives, Kody and Robyn Brown's photo shoot. Another scene got mixed reviews for Kody and Robyn Brown. While everyone else there for the service greeted each other, Robyn and Kody were off alone taking photos of Garrison's urn. This left Sister Wives fans polarized. Some thought it was part of Kody's desperation to get posthumously close to Garrison before his ashes were interred in the burial plot. Other fans seemed to feel embarrassment for what Kody said and did during this episode. Many felt it was cringeworthy the way that Robyn and Kody snapped so many pics of Garrison's urn. Kody seemed to think this was a labor of love, but many fans didn't see it that way. Other fan comments said this was a tacky display. They seemed to feel like Robyn and Kody were doing some sort of weird photo shoot of Garrison's urn from all sorts of angles, standing up, kneeling down, like paparazzi on a red carpet, but instead of a celebrity, it was the urn. Many fans were outraged and felt this impromptu photo shoot of Garrison's remains was wildly inappropriate. Also drawing negative comments was Tim giving a sermon at Garrison's funeral in his mismatched floral shirt and shorts. But the sister wives' family members thought it was hysterical. A father's lesson weaved into eulogy. Sister Wives viewers thought the eulogy seemed aimed at Kody's family estrangements, as Tim spoke about spending time with the people you love today, so there are no regrets when someone dies. And no doubt, Kody knew there was some tension aimed his way from family members. He admitted that he and Janelle were not in a good place. But Kody also said Janelle graciously let him run with his plans on how to lay Garrison's cremains to rest. And it's important to mention that some fans became upset that Kody didn't help Janelle when she knelt with the urn. Another aspect of the service that caught fans' attention was how Kody's mother sat with Janelle and seemed to avoid Kody and Robyn. But it was what Kody Brown said about Garrison that had the sad meter hit an all-time high for Sister Wives fans. Kody spoke of a dream he had of Garrison, who told Kody he is in a good place and happy today. This had fans feeling simultaneously sad and embarrassed for Kody. As one fan said, Garrison was not there to forgive Kody for their estrangement. So it seems like Kody found another way to do this, sharing his dream with everyone at the funeral to maybe imply he had Garrison's forgiveness, even if he's not earned it from others in the family. And last but certainly not least, Sister Wives fans had a lot to say about the celebration of life get-together after the funeral service. The Sister Wives family went to Kody's late father's ranch, but it looks like everyone but Robyn and Kody made it there. Instead, Kody narrated the scenes, talking about making new memories with loved ones. Sister Wives fans found this sad, and we have to wonder, were Robyn and Kody not welcome to attend or felt they'd make people uncomfortable if they did? Or were they there, but scenes of them weren't in the episode for some reason? It was very strange. Thank you.